I'm back at it again, and I just wanted to say this is a message for all the single girlies who want to have children, and you might not be married yet, but you want to have children with a partner that you are in a committed relationship with and are married to. Do not listen to anybody who's telling you to just have a baby. Now, I'm just gonna say this with I've had a few people, and they were all actually single women, single mothers who were single women who told me that I should just have a baby when I was in my late 30s, that I should just have a baby and get pregnant. And if anybody who knows me knows that I'm opposed to that. I'm never, ever going to just get pregnant by anybody. If I don't have a ring on my finger, ain't nobody getting pregnant. Ain't nobody having no kids. If I'm not married, I'm not having nobody's kid. I am not going to be a single mother. I will not be a statistic. Okay? And people always say, oh, I just got pregnant. No, it didn't. He had to rise, you had to spread. The reality is, nobody just gets pregnant. Nobody just has sex. You knew what you were doing. You had to take off your pants, you had to take off your clothes, and you had to get into the positions. Okay? It doesn't matter what you were feeling in the moment. It didn't just happen. And the reality is, people pop out kids like they pop a bag of popcorn. Okay? And without the consideration of the life that you are raising. Like, people are raising trauma-based human beings because they did not take the time to consider the life that they brought into this world, or to even care about how that person developed as a human being. And then we have these adults who are trauma-based, who are in a struggle bubble, trying to figure out and live life every day because they had parents who didn't even care about raising them appropriately. I will not raise a child. I will not bring a child into this world unless I bring a child into this world with all of the things. And the reality is, nobody should have to be like, well, I don't have this, I don't have that. No. Why we live in 2026? Why are you having children and you cannot provide for them the things or the necessities that they need for survival? If I bring a child into this world, my child is going to have everything. And people always say, like, I know there's a lot of like Americans who are like, oh, when my child turns 18, they have to go, they have to leave, and all these other things. But I don't know, because if you're a Christian, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, all of them, they all provided for their children. Their children were rich. Their children had houses. Their children got their inheritance. They did not send their kid off with nothing. So I will not bring a kid into this world that I cannot give everything, that I cannot pay for everything, that I cannot give them all of the options so they can choose what life and how they want to live their life. So the idea that any woman who is a single mother, whether by choice or whether by happenstance, would tell another woman to just have a baby, they are sick. They are sick. And here's the thing. This is not for the people who just want to have a kid so bad, so they go and do in vitro and have a baby. If that's your business, that's your business. But to be a single person and doing it alone, even if it's your choice, that is a lot of work. That is a lot of work. And in a lot of cases, people do not have support. You cannot travel. You cannot go out of town. If something happens, you can't just leave your kid. You can't go anywhere because you always have to consider your children. People do not think about this. They just like the idea of having a kid and saying, oh, I have a legacy. But if you have a legacy and you don't do right by that legacy and you do not give the best to it, what is the point? Any woman who tells another woman to just have a baby is a psycho. They're not only a psycho, they hate you. They hate you. They are haters that hate you, because it is crazy. I watched both of these women struggle. I watched both of these women be depressed. I watched both of these women have anxiety, and they would tell me to just go and have a baby. So I could say I have a baby. I am single. I travel. I do what I want. I live the life that I would like to live. I'm not having a child unless I have my partner, my husband, my person Do the work with me. I'm not raising a child alone. And to all the single parents who did a good job on your children, kudos to you. But I came from a 2-family household with 2 parents. Were my parents perfect? No. But I definitely lived a middle-class life, and I did not have no struggle story growing up. I don't have no struggle story growing up. Now, as an adult, that's a different story. We're adults. You got to live your life. But as growing up, I do not have a struggle story. I came from two middle class parents who worked their behinds off, and I lived a very blessed life. And so I wouldn't, and that's minimal. And that's minimal. So I can imagine bringing a kid into the world as an educated person. And when I say educated, I'm saying educated person who has a career and who is not struggling. And I would not bring somebody into this world without being able to give that child or that human being everything possible so that they could be the best human being that they could without all of the travails that come with not having, all the travails that come with not having two parents in the household. Why would I do that to someone? And to all the people who think it's okay, just because we live in a trauma-based society doesn't mean we need to keep recreating that in other people. So if anybody tells you to go and just have a baby, ask them, look at their lives. Look at their lives, number one. Number two, really determine if they really like or love you, because that's crazy work.